Hello, and welcome back to the channel with Gaming with CJ. Now, there's a lot of things that I'm going to say here, and I'm going to clear my mind in general of a lot of things. First of all, being a part of the CAW community, I want to just basically say this real loud and clear. I agree with what Kevin Impact has been saying. We've let people creep in and literally made this a place to where it's no longer fun, no longer to escape reality. And I want to clear something out here for a minute. It's 2025. If you're going to get mad and have grudges against people and be mad at them over someone saying he said, she said bullshit, then don't be trying to blame other people as the problem. You need to fix your own problem to your own solution. You know, Kevin Impact is right about this when he says you can't argue with a bunch of idiots. And, you know, that's a true statement, because why would I sit here and argue with someone that literally has no earthly ideal how to be positive and want to be positive in a way to where it is fun for CAW, fun for everything, and not just being a part of a company like these companies I'm going to mention, okay? And one of them will be PWA. There's a reason why that I will give JMR a shout out here on this podcast. PWA is drama free. It don't have any toxicity because JMR pretty much kicked the drama out of the life. Then these same people in general get mad at JMR for standing up for what he believes is right. So the moral of the story goes, you can't please anybody. But here's the big kicker to this, okay? Going back to what Kevin Impact said, why would you literally be raising your voice over this stupid shit? And here's the thing, I don't give a crap who you are or what you're trying to do, because at the end of the day, you're not going to get the best of me no more. Kevin Impact's right. I mean, I had to talk with him because, you know, there's a lot of things that I can fix that you can't fix. And one of those things is that I can fix what I do on my end. I can fix what I do in other feds. I can be the guy, be the better person to bring positivity and love and appreciation and support to not only PWA, but also JTV. Huge shout out to Kevin Impact that I will mention here later about JTV before we end the podcast here. The thing is this. If you're literally going to hate on somebody just because you don't like them, just because you want to hold grudges, on them, maybe because of personal vendettas, holding grudge on somebody just because you felt like that you can't forgive a person, then I'm going to say, as one of my good friends used to tell me, act your age, not your IQ. Ouch, that's going to hurt a lot of people moving forward. There's a lot of things that's been on my mind lately. You know, life's too short to argue and bicker and fight somebody over something that just really is a video game. I mean, we play as the cause and be a wrestler that is a online video game. Okay? So it's not really real. So why do you exactly get mad at the point of that to literally get somebody kicked out of a Fed, or you have this vendetta of, oh, I got to get him back, or you just have this hate for? I mean, this is the part that I agree with Ricky and with J-Kid on this topic. If you're going to hate because you ain't liking the positivity on J-Kid's side and also Ricky's side, then hey, hate. Because at the end of the day, they doing something positive, and I agree with those guys 110%. Now, I'm going to move forward with this subject and move on to talk about AHW. I mentioned PWA. JMR does a good job running PWA, same as AHW. Ricky does his job of running AHW and also APW at the same time, drama free. And here's the reason why that I love Ricky. Ricky is trying to bring back an old company that I was once in that was drama free. A lot of people didn't like HKW because HKW didn't put up with the bullshit. That's the reason why, to this day, that I will still respect HKW over any other Fed that I was in before I met Ricky and J-Kid and JMR and all that. So, HKW is going to have my highly respect over that because I love that company. And going back to what J-Kid said, if you really want to be a positive person, you will actually show it and not have the grudges. So, here's what I suggest to all the haters, viewers, whoever's listening to this podcast when I get this up on YouTube. It's straight up this. Life's too short. Grow up. Do something for a change that can be positive to not only you and to other companies and also the CAW community. And I'm going to talk good about JTV now because I'm in the last 2 minutes of this talk show. Now we move over to JTV, which is J-Kid. Many people knows him as Kevin Impact. I'm mostly going to respect him as Kevin Impact since he's in the CAW community. So there you go on that. So basically when I got on JTV, it was like a home. Not J-Kid, but Kevin Impact, I got to get used to this. Kevin Impact was so good to me. Like, he basically brought me in and showed me a lot of stuff that a lot of people probably would never show me if their life depended on it because they don't want me to be that successful. And shout out to Ray because Ray's actually taking care of me in the CAW community. And here's the thing about J-Kid and Ray. Both of them are good guys. Both of them gets hated because they want to see good things in their companies on 2K. But here's the main problem. When there's good, there's bad. So just remember that when you have somebody good in your company, just remember that you need to be good to the good person, and you need to definitely kick the bad out. The bad is what's going to influence others. The bad is what's going to corrupt your company. The bad is going to corrupt not only your company, but your leaders, your general managers, your commissioners, your staff. And then it's going to be roller coaster downhill to where your company is no longer existed. That's the advice I'm going to give you on this podcast for 9 minutes and 55 seconds of this. So I hope you enjoyed this little short episode of a podcast. And more than others, I probably will bring either J-Kid or somebody on. But thank you for watching.